Humanity is interesting, to say the least. It is capable of creating wonders the likes of which no civilization has before seen, then neglecting those wonders until they've rotted into obscurity. The 21st century has seen the rise of the internet and computers. With computers comes the ability to send information across the globe instantly, to store and maintain vast sums of knowledge on a piece of plastic no larger than your fingernail, and the ability to maintain security and observation networks with virtually no investment of manpower. However, these newfound capabilities come with their own risks. Computers can be hacked, identities can be stolen, and lives can be ruined. Electronics addiction is one of those factors that can ruin lives. We become dependent on these devices, and our relationships with our friends and family suffer. While electronics addiction is not nearly as dangerous as other types of addictions, it's not without its fatalities. On March 5th, 2010, a newborn child starved to death in South Korea because her parents were tending to a virtual child in an online game. On August 10, 2005, a South Korean man collapsed in an internet cafe. He had been playing a computer game for 2 days straight without eating and little sleep. He passed away later that day. While extreme, these two cases demonstrate the greatest possible risk that electronics addiction poses to an individual. In this, we see the true dangers of electronics addiction. It is not an addiction that can be seen at first glance, nor one that can be noticed if the victim can conceal their actions. In the case of the individuals in South Korea, their addictions were not discovered until it was too late. Electronics addiction cannot become an issue as large as it is in today's society by itself. The epidemic is being fueled by a strong sense of consumerism. This need is being propagated by producers of electronic devices. The sense is that everyone needs the newest version of a device, that the old version is instantly obsolete. Only the auto industry is more notorious for releasing annual editions of their products. Events in American society, such as Black Friday and the Christmas season, only serve to proliferate this sense of urgency. There is no greater example of this than Apple. Since its conception, the company has helped revolutionize the way the public approaches and interacts with technology on many levels. From the Apple II to the iPhone to the iPad, Apple's products dominate the electronics industry. What faces the company today is a snowball effect. The convenience of their products coupled with a growing dependency on the internet and electronics causes the demand of their products to grow exponentially. We have also seen an increased use of electronics in the classroom. It is almost certain that, in most regards, the task of education will predominantly be placed upon devices rather than teachers. More recently, school books have been replaced with laptops. While the application of these devices is not forbidden, we must also communicate a sense of responsibility when entrusting the next generations. We owe it to our children to provide a bright future. Allowing computers and smartphones to substitute an interaction among their peers and parents is inexcusable. They need to be taught about the beauty of the outdoors and benefits of an active lifestyle before being introduced to electronics. In no way, shape, or form could we be where we are today without the advance of technology. However, to utilize that technology without a strong sense of community responsibility will lead to abuse of electronics and dependency on the services they provide. It is up to us as a community to decide whether our futures are worth giving to these devices or it would be better to turn off the switch. As long as we allow electronics to define our lives, we will remain unable to define ourselves.